Hi, this is Kelly with Gia's Italian Kitchen. We have a beautiful and simple salmon recipe for you where we're going to use fresh thyme from my garden, and it's only mid-May and my thyme is exploding. So we are going to head over to the garden and show you my plants, and then we're going to go back in the kitchen and make this amazing simple salmon recipe. It's got the thyme, it has white wine, fresh lemons, and leeks. It is amazing, and it is going to become your new favorite salmon recipe. Let's head over to the garden. Hi, this is Kelly with Gia's Italian Kitchen. How are your herbs doing? A little bit ago, I showed you my poor, sad little sage plant, but look at it now, and it's still only mid-May, but it has totally revived from being out here all winter. And a few little lilies that are coming up. Look at the thyme. Holy buckets. It's doing phenomenal. So I'm going to clip some of these off and we're going to go make dinner tonight. See you in a few. Hey guys, we're back from the garden and we are going to make a beautiful salmon that is going to be poached in shallots and some white wine and those herbs from our garden. So we're going to start over here in our pan. We're going to put some olive oil. I have this on low heat. So maybe 2 tablespoons of olive oil. And then a couple tablespoons of butter. And we're going to let that melt. And then we're going to come back over here. So here's our beautiful salmon. We're going to get some salt and pepper. I'm going to put a few cranks, some fresh ground sea salt, and black pepper. And we're going to let that hang out for a little bit. So I'm going to put this aside. Next, I'm going to take a lemon and slice this up with the skin on. And when that butter melts, we're going to put the lemons in the butter and olive oil and actually start to cook the lemons in the olive oil. So let's go check our pan. Okay, so the butter's almost melted there. So I'm going to turn this up just a tiny bit and just lay my lemons in here. You can start to hear the sizzle a little bit as the olive oil and the butter start to warm up. So we're going to let those hang out for a couple minutes and then we'll flip them. So we're going to come back over here. We've got these huge leeks. So leeks are like big green onions with a little different flavor, but they're delicious. So I'm going to just slice these as thin as I can. And if, oh, see, we got a little brown, so we don't want that. We're going to toss those, keep the white. Now you can go all the way up to, geez, okay, one of these isn't so nice. Maybe we're just going to use one leek, because this leek doesn't look too great. Okay, well that's a bummer. Okay, so we're going to use this whole leek. So you can go up all the way to the green. It's kind of a preference as to how far up you want to go. It's just similar to a green onion. You know, how far do you like to go up, or a chive? I like to go up maybe 3/4 of the way. Watch your fingers. All right. And then those will kind of fall apart just like a green onion does, right? They've got all these layers. Okay, so then we've got, here's our beautiful thyme. Look at these. Fresh out of the garden, it's only mid-May, and my thyme plant is going nutso, so I'm super psyched. So let's come back over here. You can see the lemons starting to sizzle. Grab a hot pad. Okay, while that's doing its thing, I'm gonna go turn my oven on broil. or about 500 degrees, because we're gonna cook the salmon in the pan for a few minutes, and then we're gonna put it in the broiler for a few minutes. Back in a few. Okay, so we've got the leeks. You can see the lemons, and hopefully you can see the little sprigs of thyme. So these are in our saucepan. This is an oven-safe, broiler-safe cast iron pan. So this has been sauteing for about 5 minutes. Now, the good part, we're gonna add some beautiful, amazing white wine. So about a half a cup. You can hear that start to come to a little bit of a sizzle. So we're gonna turn this up and bring this to a little boil, little simmer. Should only take a couple minutes here. Then I'm gonna go get my salmon. And as soon as that comes up to a boil, we're gonna put the salmon on there, and hopefully your oven is ready at about 500 degrees or broil, because we're gonna put it in the oven to cook for just about 6 minutes with the salmon. Okay, so this is starting to bubble, as you can see, but the wine was cold, so I'm gonna give it another minute to come up to temperature. You can see over here, it's not bubbling, but it's bubbling over there. So I'm gonna turn it up just a little bit more. That looks amazing. Okay, we're gonna stick the salmon in there. Oh my gosh, look at this amazing piece of salmon. Ooh, look at that. I'm gonna put it right over the top. So this, you can do this with a couple fillets, individual fillets. I just did this with one piece. This is a little more than 1 pound. It should serve easily 3 or 4 people. So next, we're going to get this in the oven. So grab your oven mitts, put it in the oven, timer for 6 minutes. The salmon's ready. I'm going to get it out of the oven and bring it over here so you can see it. Oh my gosh, it's beautiful. You guys see that? So you can see that it's changed color from that opaque pink to more of a pale orange. So what I'm going to do first is take this out of the pan and then bring our pan back to the stove and finish our sauce. So we're going to bring that back over here. You can see our sauce. What we're going to do is turn this back on. Watch your fingers, it's hot. It should be still sizzling a little bit. We're going to add 2 more tablespoons of butter to add some creaminess to this. And I have some tomatoes from my garden from last summer that were in the freezer. So I'm going to just add a nice big handful of these, and they are going to cook and pop and create a nice sauce with the butter and the leeks and the thyme and the lemons. And then we're going to put that over the salmon. So we're going to let this sit and simmer for about 5 minutes, and then we'll finish it off. Okay, you can see how the sauce has thickened, the tomatoes have popped, and this is all incorporated. Actually, the sauce is a little bit pink from the tomatoes, which is awesome. So I'm going to bring this over here to our salmon. And we're going to pull this together. So, not taking the twigs of thyme or the big chunks of lemon. We're getting the leeks and the tomatoes, and we're going to just pour this right over the salmon for a beautiful, easy salmon dinner. So you can see what it looks like on the inside. If you want your salmon done a little bit more, mine is kind of medium rare, so it's still a little pink on the inside. If you want yours a little more you're going to cook it more than 6 minutes. I did 6 minutes under broil. If you want more, you can add a few more minutes to that. So a beautiful poached salmon with leeks and white wine. Enjoy, mangia, let's get cooking. If you want to see more recipes, you can go to our website at giasitaliankitchen.biz, B-I-Z, and click on those 3 little dots. There's a recipe section with photos and instructions on dozens of delicious Italian recipes. If you would like to see us make those and watch the videos of those recipes, in addition to some full episodes where we make beautiful Italian dinners, you can go to our YouTube at Gia's Italian Kitchen. And if you would like to listen while you walk or work, we have a podcast at Gia's Italian Kitchen. So check that out. And we have some daily tips, some of our episodes that we've turned into the podcast, and lots of other good nuggets. So hopefully you can check those out, and hopefully we'll see you soon. Let's get cooking. Bye-bye.